Welcome, Totem Pole Nation. It's Lambo at Lambo's World of Sports, presented by Sideline Sports Network. We are exactly about 22 days away from college football, but we just have some big news and we have some big money on the way because everything is about money, especially in the game of college football. So, the Big 12 will introduce the teams of Utah, Arizona State. Um, I'm gonna tell you about something. So the Big 12 is gonna get bigger. The school presidents um, anonymously formal at Utah and Arizona State on Friday, and also Arizona was also approved on Thursday as well. So the league in the Big 12 will in the 2024 to 2025 academic year will have 16 teams. So the Big 12 is going to be big. Everybody is going to basically leave the Pac-12. So both Utah and Arizona State applied for membership prior to the vote that happened for the first step of the schools to be approved to switch the leagues. And then the announcement came after, Oregon and Washington left the Pac-12 for the Big Ten. So what's going on here with the Pac-12? Everybody's leaving the Pac-12. Technically, as of right now speaking, there's only four teams in the Pac-12. So it's just along with Colorado. Colorado left the Pac-12 as well. So there's not a lot of teams in the Pac-12 as well. So there's only four teams as of right now. But the move will also be remembered as a Disney spiral for the Pac-12, which started around yesterday about the league's school presidents agreeing to schools the grants rights of a new television contract. But it also it somewhat didn't work out because towards the end of the day, it was only four members of Oregon and Washington that were announced in the Big Ten as of late yesterday, and Colorado and Deion Sanders they were leaving to go to the Big 12. So the Big 12, I mean, it's all about money. It's all about fame. I mean, what more do you want? Also, I think part of that as well is because I think the Pac-12 and certain teams, I guess they try to get some type of TV subscription with Apple, but that did not go as well either. So you got USC and UCLA announcing their exit last year. So only 8 total schools have left the league in a span of 18 months, which is somewhat bad. So after taking over the Big 12 in 2022, um, the Yorkmen began targeting the so-called corner schools for membership. So the whole point of this is the strategy to maneuver to get to the point when Yormac opened up the exclusive negotiation window early with both Fox and ESPN that essentially did jump into the Pac-12 in line for a television contract. Now, at the time, the Big 12 only had one more year remaining, but that move switched to the expected chronological order ended up charting a course of the reshaped entire landscape of college sports. Also, the thing about the Pac-12 is the Pac-12 struggles to get financially competitive television deals in the wake of a move that led to yesterday. So the primary streaming deal was from Apple, like I said earlier, but it was not enough to actually save the league. So you have the new 16 team in the Big 12 is the same size as the SEC and two smaller than the 18 teams in the Big 10. And the ACC has 14 full-time football members. So, like I said, this is all about TV. This is all about money. So, the Pac 12 is probably going to shut down. Don't be surprised if the Pac 12 shuts down their own conference. That's exactly what's going to happen right here because, like I mentioned before, the Pac 12, they struggle to get a TV deal with a streaming deal with Apple, subscription level. It didn't work. Everybody already left. So, as of right now, you only have 4 teams in the Pac 12. You have 16 teams in the Big 12 because you had about 8 of them that left within 18-month span. And then you have the SEC at 14 teams. Um, no, you have the SEC at 16 teams. Then you have the 18 teams in the Big 10. And plus you have the ACC who still has 14 teams in the ACC. So it's all about money. It's all about television deals and things like that. So how do you feel in Lambeau's Water Sports? How do you feel? What is your opinion on this move as Arizona and Arizona State and Utah leave the Pac-12 to the Big 12. I think it's going to be highly competitive. You're going to see teams compete, and it's going to be, and it all comes to the conflict of scheduling. So then the scheduling conflict is going to be great. It's going to be excellent, but be aware of the Big 12. The Big 12, as of next year, is going to be one of the top three conferences in college football. So thank you, Totem Pole Nation. It's Lambo's World of Sports presented by Sideline Sports Network. And tune in, and we'll be catching you later on.